Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to episode 2 of my Farming Simulator 22 series here on my channel. It is the hard series we're doing today and continuing, and so welcome back. If you have not watched the first episode, be sure to go back and look at that one. The link should be below. But yeah, welcome back, and our view for this morning at 6:15 in the morning on a wet September morning is this. It's gorgeous, stunning views, looking great, looking really, really lovely. But it is wet, and the kit is all inside. As I promised at the end of last episode, I told you I'd get all the kit away. Now you can see here, it's full. It's full of grass. Reason being is there's no need to. Oh my lord! I was not expecting that. Anyway, sorry, where was I? I was gonna say, because this is barely emptied. Can hold 4,500 litres, so it's only used up 125 litres of grass, so that's all good. But in between me positioning myself there to start the video, after leaving here, we have our first bit of wool. I don't know what button I pressed to do this. Nope, not that one. Wow, we have some wool though. Okay, well that means we need to get a front loader and a fork. That's for sure. That is really exciting. That's really exciting. So maybe we could start off the episode by doing that. Now, the first episode's only just gone up, so I haven't got any comments about this, but I know someone's going to comment about the fact that this barn is poorly positioned because you can't really reverse any trailers into it. And you are 100% right. I'm annoyed with myself where I put it. I should have put it, the front edge should have been back here somewhere. So I'd have had plenty of space to reverse trailers in, but I was being silly. But you can see here, I've put a bit of a dirt track down. It's a little bit dark at the moment. It should start to lighten up a little bit, hopefully soon. But in the meantime, due to our excitement of sowing some wool, that's 480 kilos of wool apparently. I almost want to go and sell that now, like really badly. Anyway, but if I need to pause. Now, what I had planned for today was, if we look at this lovely crop calendar, we can see right now that we can start to plant winter wheat and winter barley. We can do some canola too, but wheat and barley are the two I'm really interested in, because we can therefore get some straw to bed our sheep with. I'm hoping that's a thing you can do here. I'm imagining it is. I'm imagining you can put straw in here to help with bedding. If not, we should probably give it in a hay loft or a straw loft if there's one in the game. But to do that, suddenly got a load lighter. To do that, I would like to plough up a section of this field for wheat. Now, you can see this is grass, it's growing. I haven't harvested it all because I haven't got the space for it. So that's another topic of conversation, is whether we put down a silo and get some grass into it. Now, the problem with that is the size of the silos. Now, if I go silos and go over, the smallest one, being the bunker silo, is rather humongous. It's pretty huge. It's a tough one. I could put it in here and it would work. I could put it alongside here. This is the problem, you see. It's tricky. It's really tricky. I mean, I'd love to have a silo, but it's going to be quite tough to do. And I could go in here, but it's also 25 grand, and we haven't got that much money. We haven't even got enough for a normal crop silo right now. So anything we harvest crop-wise is going to be straight into a selling point, which is a bit annoying. If I get back to construction though, what are these sheds for? These are just to store, repair, vehicles and tools, garage for contractors, sheltered, hourly income to park. Interesting. Hourly income. Oh my god, that's a lot of money. I didn't see that. What was I looking for again? I was going to look at hay loft, hay and straw. So this is a tempting idea, as we could get a lovely little hay loft in here. Try and find a nice orientation for it. and get a cool little hayloft. Plop down in the corner here, because it's something we're going to be needing at some point. That's quite cute, little barn. So I'm wondering where a good place for this is going to be. So it definitely could go here somewhere. Oh, it's tough. We'll come back to that in a minute. But anyway, so the plan I think today is to get some more sheep. We want to get 5 more sheep to fill up the shed, but get them to the older ones, you know, so we can start reproducing them and things. Also then get a plough, probably on lease. Maybe buy one, see how we feel. Probably on lease, and just plough up a big section of this, and then probably buy a drill. That's probably the best way, because we're not going to need a plough that much. And yeah, I think we'll start with that. So the episode now begins. We need to get a few things. So first of all, we need a plough. Now we only have 88 horsepower in our... Why can't I find a plough? There it is, selected already. So we only have 88 horsepower, which means this one can only just do it. Is there anything on sale today? Oh. But yes. This one is only just able to be used by our tractor, and therefore we're going to lease it for a very small amount of money, which is perfect. We're then going to go back and try and find front weights, because we're going to need some of this. You know, this is probably all we need, to be honest with you. Nice cheap option. If there is a Z-Tool one, it'd be quite nice to keep that brand going. Which there isn't. That's fine. That's fine. So we'll go for this very cheap class one, I think. I think that makes sense. We shall buy one of those, because we're going to need one at some point, so there's no point in me actually... Oh, I didn't see that change. I'm hoping that 600 one's going to be okay. I think it should be for now. And then we could look at drills. What do they call them in this? Do they call them drills? Nope, they call them seeders and planters. What's the difference between a seeder and a planter? Special types of seeders, that's why. Okay, so how... Oh my goodness, here we go. Oh, that's additional tank, classic. Okay, so the cheapest is this. Oh bugger. So it can do our wheat, it can do our barley, it can do our whatever that is. It can do our canola, potentially peas, potentially lettuce, grass, and looks like maize. So this could be something we invest in. Interesting, interesting. But for the time being, let's get in here. Let's turn our engine on. I'll see you at the shop. So here we are, once again approaching our shop. Now I have just off camera been actually toppled over by a car, which is not something I was expecting to do today. Right, so here we go. Here is our lovely little plough, which is on lease. So it's being rented by my farm. Nice, perfect, perfect little... How is that? Is that 6 furrow? 6 furrow plough. By Pottinger, so we seem to be staying in that brand, which is lovely. And our little front weight. So let's get nice and tight in here. Try and do this a bit quicker than last episode, that's for sure. And there we go, that should be our front weight on. Try not to run a plough over. And back up. If only it was this easy in real life. And you could actually smash into it like that and it'll pick up. But there we go, there is our little setup there. And our tractor seems to be holding up perfectly well. So now it's time to whiz back again and get ploughing, which is going to be very exciting to do. Finally doing some farm work, you know, it's been a while. So let's whiz back and I'll see you back there. Okay, so before I just dive my way down towards my hut, I was thinking do we just crack on and make a start? I think we almost do. Now, I'm not going to be doing much of what I'm about to do, but I'm quite keen to get a worker just to start it for me. So it needs to be started. And here we go. There we go. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Let's let him do that for a little bit. Keep an eye, because I want him to go to the left. If he goes to the right, not the end of the world, we'll just set him on the other side again afterwards, and we'll be happy. So it is time to get 5 more sheep, and these sheep being 8th month old rather than little baby lambs, which are quite clearly not baby. But you know, what can you do? So if we go to here, we should be able to go to animal dealer, and I'd like to get the same ones we've got. So we have a couple of these, so I think we should get 5 of these. Unless our adult ones actually are this one here. We could do some of these actually. Why not? Mix it up a bit. That gives us a full area. That's a lot of money though. Wow. We're doing it though. We're doing it. We need some older ones. And here we go. Here are our slightly older ones. Health is at 66% now. I think that's because I just brought in 5 new sheep and their health will currently be 0. That's my guess. But our wool is doing it right. Fantastic. Fantastic. So, whilst that guy goes on for a little bit, I'm going to keep an eye on our money obviously because it's going to be going down. Wage payments, there you go. We need to look at now a front loader and a fork. We might as well quickly grab that now, as it's going to be very handy. Now, quick, yes, this is what we wanted to. 60 horsepower, 80 horsepower. I think we probably want this one because it's closest to ours. And we have the quick hitch system for us. So let's... Oh, can we really? Oh, that's not a good colour mix. Let's just go simple. Let's go red and black because, you know, the tractor itself is red. And let's just buy it. I know I'm buying lots of things, but I don't really want to lease a front thing like that. But now, where do we find a tool? Front loaded tools. There we go. So we're going to need a bucket at some point to move some grass and things in because we do have a massive pile. But a pallet fork is exactly what we need. So this one is probably going to be okay. So let's buy that one. Lots of buying going on today. And then let's just buy our bucket too. Why not? Because it's going to be needed at some point. And there we go. There's all our purchases for now. Let's just stop there for a second. Wow, lots of money being spent. So that's £10,000. We've only got 92,000. So we need to start selling that wool fairly quickly. Which kind of makes me think we need another tractor. But we're going to let this guy do his ploughing work. How's he doing? Which way are they going? Are they going to the left like I hoped? Yes, they are. That's brilliant. That is really, really good. 100% fertilised. It's quite interesting as you go up towards this. This has been fertilised obviously because it's been turned over. It's using all the nutrients from the grass as it's being turned over. And it's fantastic. This is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So, we are paying for a bit of wage here, which is a bit annoying. But this just has to happen. So, I think we're going to take a cut here. And we'll come back when our guy here has ploughed all the way up to the end here. And we can then think about renting out or leasing a drill or a seeder and getting some wheat and barley in. Fantastic. We'll see you then. Okay, so here we are, a long time later, finishing off this bit of the field. Now I've taken over from the worker just to finish off here. And last bit, here we go. Wow, that took a little bit longer than planned, but there we go. We now have that all ploughed up and done. So now my thought is, I think that's probably an okay area to, if we look at that like this from this angle. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good area. We've got all this for grass. We can always plough more of this up later. But I think for now, I would like to go and pick up a seeder to plant some barley or some wheat, and then also the front loader at the same time. So we're going to drop these two things off quickly. They shouldn't take us too long. Just trying to hit our plough on the wall there. And stop. So you can lower that down before we drop it. There we go. Fantastic. And we might as well just whack our front weight, sorry neighbour, in a place where we're going to be using it quite a lot. Sorry about that. A little bit of a sneeze. Right, yeah, I think we'll just drop it here for now. That's okay there. Okay, so let's go and pick up these new bits we need to get from the shop. I'll see you over there. Okay, so here we are. Now this is quite exciting. Now we can only pick up one, and that's going to be our forklift most likely. Forklift, pallet fork, that's the one. So we'll just quickly get our front loader all up. And in we go. Nice and easy. Now, I don't know what the way to use this is going to be. It's like that, okay. Cool, so it hasn't really fully changed since the old days of Farming Simulator, which is great. So worried it was going to change. However, it is getting a little bit dark at the moment, which is quite exciting. So let's pick that up. Do the correct thing of point the forks down, which is what you do when you travel on the road with these, and then I'll head back. There we go. Finally have our pallet fork, which is very exciting. Let's get our lights on there. I don't know how we get our beacon on, but we'll figure that out soon. We should really be having a beacon as we go, as we get off the curb, and we'll get back to the farm and let's pick up this wool. Okay, so we're back. Now, you might realise that I haven't gone and picked up a seeder there. And the reason being is that the smallest seeder, as I was about to buy it, was actually a 125 horsepower requirement. And so therefore, we cannot use that. So we're going to have to rent a tractor to seed with, which is a bit annoying. But I thought until then, we could pick up one of our pallets here. Now, I'm really regretting the placement of this barn. It may even come to the point where, in the future, we actually move this barn a little bit because it's not in a good position at all. I haven't thought this through, and it's making everything a little bit tougher than I'd like. So, you know, I'm going to try and make do with what we've got right now. But I think we're going to be okay. If we can get that round. And just try and drop that in a more easy position to pick up, which would be roughly about, if I can get that one off please, off. That ain't coming off. Let's have a look, what's happening here? There we go, a little bit tough to get that one on. You can tell I haven't done this in a while. Now I'm hoping if I can poke that corner there and spin it round. There we go, that's what I wanted to do. Hopefully get a bit of better grip on it this time. There's all our expenses coming through. That's fine. Everything's very expensive. Now. Oh. Classically, another one's just popped up. So I think we found out that the best place to go was the spinning area. Now, if I scroll onto here to the wall, yes, the supermarket's actually gone out now. That's good. So let's find our way to the supermarket. I have no idea where that is at all, as this is completely new to me. That's the vehicle shop. Spinnery, supermarket, that one there. Okay. Well, let's head back that way. I'm a bit annoyed I couldn't take the other one too. We'll have to do 2 trips, I suppose. But let's head back with our wool, because we don't have a flatbed trailer to put it on yet. Let's see how much money we're going to get here. So we'll be right back. Okay, so we're nearly there. I believe at the roundabout here I've got to go left. So that's all okay. Make sure there's none coming from the left, which there isn't. Around we go. And I believe this is the supermarket here. So now, where is our sell point for the supermarket? That's a no entry sign, so we won't go in that way. We'll go in this way and see if we can find a place to drop our wool. Ah, it's gone. We really only gonna got 38 euros for that. It's gonna be a long series. But it is our first bit of profit. That's the exciting thing, you know. We have finally got some profit, and at 3:30 in the morning on a cold October day, we now have some profit. So there we go. I am not going to complain. Profit is profit, you know. So that's brilliant fun. That's brilliant. So what I'm thinking now is I'm going to take this back and park it away, and then we're going to lease a bigger tractor as well as a seeder. I seed up a bunch of barley, and you know, be done with it. You know, that's quite a handy place to be, I think. Maybe even top up the grass for the sheep. You know, make sure they're all healthy and got lots of food, because there's lots of them in there now. But I think that's probably quite a good thing to do. So we'll whiz back. We'll then lease another tractor, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, so back at the farm. Just turn that engine off and the lights off. Leave it there for now. So we do have another pallet, obviously, but we're not going to get any money from that at all. So we're going to leave that. Check on the health of our animals. That is good to see. And they're all having a little lie down, a little sleep. So, you know, I'll leave them be. But as I say, it is time to lease a bigger tractor. Now, let's focus on the size of the seeder. So we're going to get this little one here because that's all we need. But it needs 125 horsepower. Right. 125 horsepower. We might have to go medium here. Oh no, we don't. We can go for a Massey Ferguson if we need to. Oh god, these are expensive, aren't they? Really, really expensive tractors. Not obviously going to buy it at all. Literally standard, completely standard. 3,000, 4,000 euros to lease this thing. Wow, it's expensive, and it's actually not. That's not even enough. That one. 125 horsepower. There we go. Oh bugger me! Right, so that's quite expensive, but it looks like we might have to go for that anyway. 76. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get away with anything else. These are getting really big now, so yeah, absolutely. Small, what's the most it can do? 112. 95, 117. This is tempting to see if we just get a big one of these and see if it does it, but it might be silly, because if it doesn't work, then that's such a waste of money. Okay, let's just do this. Make sure it's got the 125 horsepower and lease it. Oh god, it's horribly expensive. Horribly expensive. Now, quick. Let's get our seeder. That seeder. And lease that too. There we go. Brilliant. And here we go. I'm just going to quickly do that because it's much easier. Here's a little Massey Ferguson. It's a lovely little thing, isn't it? And, oh, there we go. Our Nordsten seeder. Now, where would I be filling up my seed from? Now that's the next big question. Lime station, sawmill. That's your gas station. Lime station. Interesting. Is there a place? Let me find this, guys. Let me find this. Okay, so I've worked it out. Here is our seed. And now I wonder if I have to take this thing with the forklift the entire way back. Or if I can actually just load up the seed here into this thing. We'll see. We'll see. So let's turn this thing on. Now obviously it's under lease, so I want to be as fast as I can, if, you know. So let's quickly get ourselves hooked up. That's if I can. Quite hard to see. There we go. Now then. Is this a thing that is allowed? It is. Perfect. There we go. That's all folded up. Out of the way. Brilliant. God, this is looking good now. I'm very happy about this. Let's whiz this back and let's get planting. This is very exciting now. Okay, so as we head home, I've now found the most important button in the game. And there we go. That is why we play this game. And there we go. Brilliant. That's exactly what we needed. You can't drive along a road without your beacons on. You need your beacons, always. To make it even better, I can now honk too. It's just brilliant. We're now really we're now really fun when you've got beacons and your horn found out. That's the important bit. But this is exciting, you know. We're going to finally plant some stuff. We're going to check what the prices are currently. We need to do quite quickly because we don't want to lose and miss out on our period of the year where we can actually sow these crops. I'm pretty sure we're all good at the moment. We're actually going to take a shortcut here. Now, you might have seen me earlier say, this episode or the last episode, saying you can actually cut up here. We do have to go round the outside of the next field, as I don't want to annoy our neighbour too much, but yeah, we can do it. Right, now we're off the road, let's turn those off. But yeah, let's plant some barley or wheat, depending on prices and depending on... they should both be sowable. Don't know what just happened there, that's just updated quite quickly. But we might have to put a road round here. But obviously the ideal scenario will be able to buy this field at some point, because it kind of looks like we do own it, but we actually don't, which is a little bit awkward. But here we go, anyway, we're back. Someone's parked a bloody tractor in the way. Sorry, neighbour. Wow, for once something wasn't my fault. My entire game just froze, which is always fun. So right, so let's whiz over here, get ourselves lined up, and then let's check on prices, and then get planting. Finally, sowing some seed. God, you'd think I would have done this on the first episode, but I didn't. So let's just pause there for a second, and let's check our prices. Oh, give us a cheeky save. Lovely to auto save. Up we go to crop calendar. We can just do our wheat and barley and grass and radish, but we obviously don't care about those. Okay. So how the price is looking, that's the other thing. So if we go up to I don't think it matters drastically. So barley's struggling now, but by the time we harvest it, which is going to be, you know, probably May, June time, that's not great right now, but it's very high prices now. I think I'm probably just going to stick with wheat, you know, as it just feels reliable. That might be a silly thing, but you know, I think I'm going to go for that. And here we go. Here we go. We are finally putting some crops into the ground. And now, because this is on hard mode, and that means it's on the most realistic settings possible, so these workers will not refill their crops. I have a lighting glitch there. He's trying to show me there's a sunrise happening, and there is. Beautiful. But yes, so they would not refill their seeder. So if we do need to get more seed after this, we're going to have to go the whole way back to the shop to do that. But for now, that is all good. I'm happy. I'm very happy. So we're going to let this guy do his thing, sew up all this with our lovely wheat, and I think we're looking pretty good. I think we're looking really, really good now. Now, obviously, these first few episodes were always going to be slow as we started to get some few things together, and we expected that. But you know, was just going to happen. It was going to happen. So I think next time we can think about the idea of, do we go for a silo? I'd love to hear in the comments. Do we go for a silo out the back here and start cutting all this grass? Because we have a mower, which we bought. We have grass that's going to continually grow without having to be reseeded. And we can just mow and mow and mow to our heart's content, fill up a silo, get some silage, run over it in the tractor to compact it before it turns to silage, obviously. And then we could literally get a trailer and just start taking loads of silage over to the biogas area. See how much money we can get that way. I mean, that could be definitely be a thing we could do on the side. You know, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear them. And yeah, you know, episode 2 is kind of done here. So we can fill up the sheep feed in the next episode. There's lots to do, but it's always going to be a slow start. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Really, really appreciate having you here. Take care. See you in the next one, and have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.